Well, everybody seemed to like the last video I did on this car. So here's another little walk around. It's an 800-mile update. Just barely 800 miles. Absolutely flawless so far. She's really filthy right now, but live on some dirt roads, so you'll have that. As you can see, it's definitely still snowy out here too. Starting to melt a little bit though. Like in the last video, this is my 2019 Subaru Impreza Hatchback. Absolutely love it. It is a base model 5-speed. It's got the ugly steel wheels, but I absolutely love it. Wouldn't want anything else. And I'm super happy with it. It's been super reliable. This is my first all-wheel drive car, and it's treated me excellent. So like I said, this is my just about 800-mile update. We're at a little under 800 miles, but I know you guys liked the last video that I did, so I might as well do another one on this car. Currently, it's treating me awesome. Absolutely love this car. Like I said, this is a base model. Just a 5-speed manual transmission. The 2-liter engine, 152 horsepower, nothing crazy. It's not fast by any means, but it gets the job done. I do kind of wish it had a 6th gear. I wish that Subaru would put their 6-speed manuals in all of their cars, not just like the Crosstreks and the WRXs. But other than that, I don't really have any major complaints. This car's treated me excellent. Once again, I do wish that the gas tank was a little bit bigger, but that's just the nature of the beast. You have a compact car. You kind of have a small gas tank, simple as that. I definitely have a lead foot, so I get roughly 21.5 average for city and highway. Granted, I do live really close to work, so I don't drive it very far all that often. I did take it on about a 2.5-hour road trip down to Boston, Massachusetts, and that was pretty awesome. I think it was like 25-ish miles to the gallon, which is pretty decent. I was stoked with that. It handled awesome. It was definitely leg day in traffic. It's been a while since I've had to drive a manual in that heavy of traffic, but it was a good time. It's not a heavy clutch by any means, so it was fine, but it was definitely something to note, having to stop and go, every 10 feet. But this car has treated me excellent. I have no complaints. I want to give a huge shout out to Tom McFeely over at Dan O'Brien Subaru in Claremont, New Hampshire. If you guys are in the area and in the market for a Subaru, I highly recommend going over there. The process was easy. He was able to get me in this car, relatively quick, which I was super pumped about. Also, you guys will save money, and I'll earn a little bit of money if you guys do mention my name when you're over there. So please do. Every little bit helps, which is awesome. And I genuinely, I don't back companies and products that I don't like. I'll be honest, I was never a huge Subaru fan before owning this car, and I didn't buy a vape, so I'm not a huge Subaru guy still, but I absolutely love this car, and I'm super impressed with it. And I do see why people stick with the brand through and through. I've always had, I've had a couple Subarus in the past, just cheap beaters, but never anything nice by Subaru, and this is definitely very nice. It's not the nicest car I've driven by any means, but it's, for what it is, for being a base model, it's extremely comfortable. It's extremely nice. It does have the Apple CarPlay, which I absolutely love. It's a 6.5-inch touchscreen radio, so that's awesome. I will not ever buy a car without one again. So that was definitely a key indicator in buying this car. As soon as I get a different car, whether it's new or used, I always go online, preferably eBay, just because that's where I like, to look for aftermarket parts, just to see what's out there and what's available. This being a 2019, it's been a little bit difficult to find anything, but I think I'm gonna do probably an exhaust at some point, an intake, maybe wheels in the future, but it's winter here, so there's no reason to get nice wheels anytime soon. I Part of me wants to lower it a little bit, but I live on some pretty shitty back roads as it is, so I don't really want to scrape everywhere. The stance is pretty decent the way it is right now. I'm gonna do, just like in my Sonata, I'm gonna do the green lights for the interior dome lights. I'm pretty sure I have those on order, so that'll be pretty nice. Interior wise, like, I'm actually really happy with it. It doesn't have heated seats currently, so I might do that in the future. But I'm very pleased with the interior thus far. Everything's very simple and easy to use. There's nothing, I don't have any complaints for the interior or exterior for that matter. Overall, I would probably give this car an 8 out of 10. You know, it's not perfect, but for what you're going into, what you're getting, this is definitely a very nice car, and I would definitely recommend this car to anybody. So this car also seems to handle the corners very well. Seems very planted. I don't know if that's an all-wheel drive thing or if that's just a Subaru thing, but it seems very planted in the corners. It doesn't want to wash out at all. It's just overall, it's just an awesome drive, an awesome feel. That's pretty much all I have to say right now. It's only at just under 800 miles, so I'm sure I'll have more to say in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out, drive safe.